Hello everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. Welcome to Sunday Show and Tell. We're going to start the show off with just a few announcements of things that are going on and things that are going to be coming up. The first thing we're going to talk about is what's going on, and that is Jazzwares has opened their vault, and there is a 20% off sale, 20% off the vault store-wide, basically. If you don't know what the vault is, that's basically Jazzwares' answer to like Mattel Creations or Hasbro Pulse, that every once in a while they open the vault, which puts things out there for sale and gives you a discount. Like today, like what's going on right now, it's 20% off. Time of recording, I'm not entirely sure how long this is going to go, but there are some pretty interesting things on there. I took a look at their site, and that Jazzwares has more going on than I gave them credit for. Like this guy right here, Total Anime Ken Kaneki half Kakuja version. I have no idea what any of those words mean. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing them right. All I know is this has something to do with anime. And I'm not real caught up on modern anime. I probably haven't really watched anime since the late 90s, early 2000s, with the exception of stuff like Demon Slayer back there and My Hero Academia. I have no idea where this guy's coming from, but he looks pretty cool. I don't get the centipede, but I'm sure it means something to the series. And he is $35, and he comes with the centipede-like Kajun, K-A-G-U-N-E, multiple faceplates, multiple hands, back plate, and a figure stand. $35, 20% off at the vault. The other one that we have is something that I am a little bit more familiar with, and that is Call of Duty Ghosts Mandible. Now, the figure is based off of a legendary skin that you can get in the game, like with the ghost face going on right there. They don't have any other figures for Call of Duty, but he is basically like your trooper, soldier, army type figure. He's roughly 6.5 inches tall. Would probably fit in pretty well with like Action Force and G.I. Joe, lines like that. If you take a close look at his knees, if you've seen any of the videos I've done for the Spartan collection, and we'll get to the Spartan collection in a second, but if you've paid attention to any of the videos I've done with the Spartan collection, I'm not a real big fan of how Jazzwares does their knees. They're double jointed knees, but they have a huge just flatness going on whenever you bend the knee drastically. I don't think there's any good photos of him with his knees fully bent, fully articulated to show you what I mean. But that's a personal thing. If that doesn't bother you, he actually is a pretty good looking figure for the rest of him as far as he goes. He is also $35. Comes with the radio, swappable hands, 2 weapons, magazines, and a cloth goods hooded cape. Now, let me see. Looks like the weapons are, it comes with like a 1911 and an AR of some kind. 2 magazines for the AR. I don't think the hooded cape has a wire or anything in it. I think you can just pop the hood up over Ghost's head. Once again, $35, 20% off site-wide. And the last one that we're going to talk about, even though there is much more for sale, but the last one we want to talk about is something from the Spartan collection, and that is Halo Spartan Yokai from Halo Infinite. And there is a lot of reuse here from the Spartan, what was it called? I wrote it down. Spartan Yorori. That, like, it looks like the majority of like the arms and the lower torso and the legs and the skirting is all from Spartan Yorori. Maybe new torso buck, definitely new head sculpt, new belt going around him for the katana and wakizashi scabbards. They've never had a Spartan figure on the Vault as a Vault exclusive before. This is a first. And I haven't picked up a lot of the Spartan collection lately. I feel bad about that because I kind of wanted to at least finish Noble Squadron, and I didn't do that. But I just haven't been really keeping up with the Spartan collection. This one, though, is kind of cool. I liked Yorori, but he didn't come with like the katana and the wakizashi like this. He came with the energy sword. I kind of dig that they go full samurai with this. And he's only $20. And he comes with 5 hands, a katana and a wakizashi, the scabbards for each, and the Ravager weapon right here. So I might pick this one up. This is also 20% off, $20, 20% off, and it's a pre-order, so it's not actually in stock yet. Now, like I said, there is a lot more for sale on the Vault, or at the Vault. I'll leave a link to that, links to everything in the description below. Just so you know, a lot, and I mean a lot at the time of recording, of the Star Wars Micro Galaxy sets are sold out, including Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer and the Battle of Hoth Battle Pack that was going for $100. It had the AT-AT, some snow speeders, some speeder bikes, and some figures. A lot of the Star Wars Micro Galaxy stuff is sold out, so just keep that in mind before you go there. But there's still more for like Halo, Fortnite, AEW, wrestling, and there's even some costumes, a Spider-Man and a Darth Vader costume. Links to that in the description below for you to check out. Something else we're going to be talking about that's coming up is Renegade Games is having their 2025 RenegadeCon this coming Friday, February 21st. Here is the list. This is the time. RenegadeCon is a series of YouTube videos that they're going to release at certain times. Like I said, these are the times. I believe these are all Eastern Standard Times. I believe they are. Let me pull this up. No, it's PT. I'm sorry, it's Pacific Time. Okay, so these are Pacific Time, which I think that's like 3 hours behind Eastern. I think that's 3 hours behind me. So just keep that in mind. These are all Pacific Time. That 10 a.m. is the Boiling Tensions Reveals. This is what's new for HeroScape in 2025. At 11 a.m., they have the new game reveals. Nothing really about what those could be, but it just says discover new games coming in the summer of 2025 as pre-orders are unveiled. More things to spend your money on. At 12 p.m., we have My Little Pony Lanterns designer interview with Chris Chung. At 1 p.m., we have the HeroScape Community Spotlight, a playthrough with Sir HeroScape, a community guest. I have no idea who he is. Should be amusing. At 2 p.m., more for HeroScape. It is Air Marshal Zed Nesbitt, how to paint with guest board heroes. So I think it's that Air Marshal Zed Nesbitt is the miniature they're going to be painting, and Board Heroes is the guest, like the username or whatever of the guest that's going to be there for the painting tutorial. At 3 p.m., we have, what is it? Chat with HeroScape's #1 fan featuring Bo Pearson. And apparently Bo Pearson is like the certified #1 fan and he's 10 years old. We'll have to see what's up with that. 4 p.m. we have Wraith and the Giants design interview with Scott Alms. And then at 5 p.m. we have Wraith and the Giants live playthrough. Wraith and the Giants is described as a solo hero series game. It looks like that's their next big thing. Like 2024, we saw HeroScape just explode, and they've really been pushing it through 2024. Looks like they're going to be doing more for 2025, but it looks like Wraith and the Giants might be Renegade Games' new next big thing. That's the one that they're going to be pushing through 2025. So there's a lot of interviews this year. I was kind of digging the format for last year, that we saw more game reveals, more expansion packs, more new stuff coming out. Nothing about the big three that like I was really paying attention to, such as G.I. Joe, Transformers, or Mighty Morphin. Who knows, maybe in the new game reveals there will be some expansion packs for that, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. I am kind of interested to see Wraith and the Giants, see what that's all about. The last video for that will be at 5 p.m. So then once that's over at 6 p.m., come on back over to this channel, because I will be posting quest number 5 for Hero Quest, Spirit Queen's Torment. So come on back here and check that out as well. The last thing we're going to be talking about is some of my bread and butter. We're going to be talking about some G.I. Joe. That we know we have the ThreeZero FigZero 1/6 scale Baroness coming out. We don't know when she's going to be released. It just keeps saying coming soon. We do know that they are claiming she will ship the third quarter of this year, so orders have to be coming up pretty soon. There's no official price point on her, but Bleeding Cool News is reporting that it's going to be $149.99, $150, which pretty much makes sense. That kind of puts it in that same price range as some of the other FigZero 1/6 scale figures that I have for them. There will be, more than likely, it'll be available on Big Bad, probably on Hasbro Pulse, and Sideshow Collectibles. So keep an eye out for that. Still no word on when it's going to be released. But one thing that we do know about a release is that this coming February 18th, which would have been what? I think that would have been Tuesday. Let me pull the calendar up. Yeah, it would have been Tuesday, would have been the Hasbro Pulse fan stream for G.I. Joe. That has been moved. It has been moved out a month. It is now going to be March 18th. So I honestly don't know if they just decided to move it or if February 18th was a misprint and it was always meant to be March 18th, because now the fan stream will be coming out after Toy Fair. And I'm assuming they would have wanted to have the majority of their reveals at Toy Fair, or there's something like really big that they want to reveal at Toy Fair and then they'll have the fan stream. Because as far as the date change goes, if you look at their Instagram post, it says, "Looks like the Dreadnoks got their hands on our communications and tried to sabotage the mission, but G.I. Joe is always ready, so we're moving the G.I. Joe fan stream to March 18th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time to make it bigger and better than ever. Stay sharp, stay on guard, and report to Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel next month for new and exclusive reveals that will whip your collection into shape. Yo Joe." So they don't do anything by mistake whenever they're posting on the Instagram page. And I might be reading too much into this, but they invoked the name of my beloved Dreadnoks. And they said bigger and better. I'm going to throw it out there. Are they going to reveal the Thunder Machine? I have my hopes up and they will probably be dashed because my predictions usually never happen. I honestly think that the first line, "Looks like the Dreadnoks got their hands on our communications and tried to sabotage the mission." I think they just misprinted February 18th and it was always meant to be March 18th. But I'm going to hope that maybe we'll see the Thunder Machine coming up sometime soon. Okay, now that we got upcoming events out of the way, let's talk about pre-orders that we can get our hands on. And we're going to start off with the Four Horsemen Figure Obscura Retail Appreciation Wave. And we already took a look at some of them last week. We saw Anubis and Bastet, and we saw Frankenstein's monster, and I also postulated that the Ghost of Christmas Past was probably coming. Well, she did. First off, I absolutely I absolutely pre-ordered Anubis and Bastet. I really, really like the retailer appreciation look of them, much better than I liked the original version. So I think those are definitely two that I'm going to be adding onto my collection. Still not a fan of the Green Frankenstein monster. However, let's take a look at the Ghost of Christmas Past. That she is 100% the same sculpt. She also comes with the mystery fang mouth that came with the original one. So she has all the same accessories. Just you can see it is the accessories are a very muted color, and she has that haunted blue, that deep, rich blue and white look that the Ghost of Marley had. As a matter of fact, if you look at this picture, they make a pretty good couple together. I have a feeling that all of the Dickens, all of the Christmas Carol ghosts are all going to have this matching paint job. Whereas like the ones that you get from Store Horsemen are going to be more true to the colors that they should be according to the novella. Now, I am very happy I picked up the Store Horseman version because this, I didn't mind this paint job when it was Marley, but for the Ghost of Christmas Past, not so much. Some people online have been calling her Corpse Bride. I can totally see that. I can totally see the comparison there. Now, as much as I like the Store Horseman version of Marley and the Ghost of Christmas Past, and I'm very much looking forward to the Ghost of Christmas Present, I still think I might end up getting these two. Now that I know this is going to be like a matching set, and I'm a big fan of the figures as is anyway, I might end up, I have a problem, I know. I might end up getting the retailer appreciation version of the Christmas Carol figures. Now, in addition to the Ghost of Christmas Past, there were two other ones that weren't even on my radar. The first one is the Cosmic Legions. I think it's pronounced Tusk, but it's TU5CC. I think it's pronounced Tusk, and I love this figure with the Horde Trooper paint job. As a matter of fact, if you look at the head sculpt right there, you can even see like the head dome that has the yellow V visor going on. I think that's great. They have done a lot of like Masters of the Universe homage figures in between Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions, so it doesn't surprise me that they did this. But I just think it looks really cool. Like, even if you don't use it as like a Horde Trooper stand-in, it just looks cool in that paint job. Oh, by the way, Ghost of Christmas Past was $69.99. This guy is only $49.99, $50. I'm kicking around the idea of picking up at least one of them. I have no sci-fi figure lines. I don't know what I would use it for, but I just really love that paint deco that they have going on. The last one that we're going to take a look at that is part of the Retailer Appreciation Series is the Coatl Druid. I have no idea what the standard issue of this looked like. I have no idea what his place is within Mythic Legions. All I know is he's a lizard man druid and he looks really cool. I really like the green snakeskin, and the brown hooded cloak is a really nice like contrast to that. Looks good, looks real good in the cloth goods cape and hood. I really like the staff with the translucent like spirit snake that spirals up it, and he has an eagle that perches on his arm that is also translucent orange plastic, and I'm assuming that's supposed to be some kind of spirit creature as well. This guy is also $49.99, $50. Not a bad price for that figure. Like I said, I got Bastet, I got Anubis. I'm kicking around the idea of getting Marley and the Ghost of Christmas Past, and I'm also kicking around the idea of getting the Cosmic Legion's Tusk figure. Normally, I'm not this into the retailer appreciation wave, but there were some this time around for Figure Obscura that like I really got into. Now, in addition to this, something else that went up for pre-order, which if you're paying attention to them, you probably know because I know people were waiting on these, was the Mondo, the Real Ghostbusters, Egon and Boogeyman Collector's Pack Timed Edition. So I don't know how long the timed editions go. I don't know if it's a timed, like what is, I was looking on the website, I didn't see a date for when, oh, okay, here we go. Available from 2013, 2025. So these just went up like the past week on Thursday. So available from 2013, 2025 through 3/13, 2025 until 11:59 a.m. Central Time. So you have a month to make up your mind if you want to spend $202 on the Egon and Boogeyman 2-pack. But if you don't want to spend that much and the Boogeyman's not your thing, you can get a single version of Egon for $101, and he comes with everything you see here. Basically, it's everything he comes with the 2-pack, just without the Boogeyman. If you missed Venkman, obviously you can't get the timed 2-pack of Venkman and Sam Hain anymore, but for $101 you can still get Venkman and Slimer. which is right here. He's available on Mondo Shop and actually on Entertainment Earth as well. Once again, links to everything in the description below. So you could buy Venkman now and put Egon on pre-order if you wanted to. Right now, Egon is only available on Shop Mondo. So that takes us into Hasbro. In Hasbro, we have a lot to talk about because Hasbro had some Transformer drops come down. And while I'm not a Transformers collector, this wave of Transformers pre-orders, like, there's some pretty cool stuff going on. And we're going to start with this one. This is Generations, War for Cybertron, Siege Deluxe, WFC S26 Autobot Alpha Strike Counterforce 3-pack for $49.99, $50. I think this is pretty cool. It looks like you get a lot of stuff for the price point. I'm not real familiar with Transformers price points, but it does look like you get a lot of stuff. It looks like that jet and that tank form, what's his name? Slam Dance, it looks like. The tank and the jet looks like they form Slam Dance. The sports car is a Covert Ops Sideswipe clone, and the Target Master is Trenchfoot. Do they still call them Target Masters? When they're little dudes that transform into guns, do they still call it Target Master? And it looks like it comes with a blast effect. So you get all of that for $49.99, and you might be wondering, well, what is the counterforce? What are they countering? The answer to that is this. The Generations War for Cybertron Siege Voyager WRC S27 Decepticon Phantom Strike Squadron 4-pack. You get Skywarp in his Cybertronian mode. You get Shroot and Fracus, which I think are the Target Masters. And you get Pterodactyl, which is a transforming pterodactyl. And it looks like he has two forms, Pterodactyl and a small strike fighter. So he's flying in either one. I love Skywarp. Skywarp was probably my favorite of the Seekers just because I really dug that paint job. That black and that purple paint job. I think that looks so cool. And I always, like, Skywarp was actually probably, was the only Seeker I had as a kid. I didn't have Starscream, I didn't have Thundercracker, I just had Skywarp. So, going out of the multi-packs, we have a few single ones up for sale, or up for pre-order, and that is this. Legacy United Deluxe Class Cyberverse Universe Slipstream for $24.99. I don't know what this guy's deal is, but between me and you, he looks like a repaint of Windstream. I think that was her name. Because of the wings with the rotors in them, I'm getting like Windstream vibes off of this one. I love the paint. I think the paint job looks awesome. I think the colors look awesome. The vehicle mode, not so much. It kind of looks a little small. I think the robot mode is a little bit more impressive, but that paint job is really cool. I'm really digging that. We also had a, what was it? We had a Masterpiece edition come out, and of course it's Prime, because it seems like the Masterpieces are usually either Prime or Megatron with a Starscream and a Bumblebee thrown in here and there just for good measure. But this is Masterpiece Edition MPG-16 Nucleon Quest Super Convoy Power Master Optimus Prime. $264.99. $265 price tag on this guy. And I don't know what his story is. At first, when I saw him, I thought he was supposed to be Power Master Nemesis Prime until I saw the Autobot logos on his shoulders. So, is this just, like, do they just make, like, Prime in different colors and, like, there's really no context for it? Like, he didn't show up in a cartoon like this. He didn't show up in a comic book like this. They just made a black and silver with some purple highlighting Power Master Optimus Prime. Is that how that works? Because I'm okay with it if that is how it goes down, because he looks really cool. And I really dig his trailer right here, all in black, with the cab having the red windscreens. I think that looks cool. When I had Power Master Optimus Prime as a kid, I really liked him. I really liked how the trailer turned into his armor. I felt like it should have been like that from the beginning. But I also lamented the loss of Roller. I liked Roller. Roller wasn't part of the Power Master series. I did figure out how to fit Roller into the cab, though, whenever my Power Master Prime was transformed. So in my world, Roller lived on. There was also a Hasbro Pulse exclusive release for the Transformers, which on paper I think sounds really cool. In practice, though, what we got was the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Timelines Comic Edition Optimus Prime and Starscream 2-pack for $59.99. Prime and Starscream in sort of like this steampunk timeline, which their robot modes look really cool. But then when you look at their vehicle modes, what were they thinking? First of all, that train is way too stubby, especially for being Optimus Prime. It looks like a Lego train, to be completely honest. It looks like the engine to my Christmas Lego train. It's so chunky and so stubby. And then you take a look at Starscream. What were they thinking there? I don't know. There was a lot of potential right there, and it just went right out the window. Not a big fan of this one. If you're a Transformers collector and you've been waiting for something like this, your time has come. And I'm really excited for you. I really am. Because truthfully, for as much as I am not thrilled with it, I don't think $60 is that bad of a price for a 2-pack like this. And now we have an update on the Leo Kaiser HasLab. Time of recording, there are 5,043 backers. So we're about, a week into it. We're already over the halfway point. I don't doubt that this is going to fund. I really don't. It's just a slow start. But I feel like lately HasLabs have been doing that people wait until like the last couple of days to really jump on it and really make the decision, which I don't get. Because if you're going to get it, just do it so we can get the tiers unlocked. But I don't doubt that this is going to be backed. I don't doubt that they're going to get it. We still have a long way to go. I think we have, hold on, let me check the time frame on this. Okay, we still have 36 days left to go, so there's over a month left, and we're halfway there. We're over halfway there, so I don't think there's any worry. Now, friends, let's talk about Maximum Spider-Man. We knew, let's be honest, we knew he was going to be $50. But when the price was unofficially announced on Wednesday, the day before the pre-orders went up, I think there was a little bit of sticker shock for a lot of us. I know there was for me. I kind of knew this was going to be a $50 figure, but after just getting my hands on Road Pig and everything that Road Pig came with, and I think Road Pig was only like $35. I think he was only like $35. Hold on, let me pull him up and take a look. Okay, Road Pig and Ruckus were $45, but even still, like, $50 was, to me, a lot of money for what you got with this. And I was kind of on the fence about it, because I do have the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. I really like this one. I'm not a big Marvel Legends collector, but I do collect Spider-Man and Spider-Man adjacent. Like, I have a lot of the villains. I have Spider-Gwen. I want to get that Across the Spider-Verse version of Spider-Gwen with the purple hair and the purple highlights instead of the pink highlights in the costume. And I was considering getting Maximum Spider-Man. I couldn't see spending that amount of money. But when you compare it to, like, the Mafex Spider-Man that's being re-released. Hold on, let me pull that up as well. Yeah, so you have the Mafex Spider-Man right here, which is currently available for sale on Big Bad Toy Store, that has the same articulation, the same sort of like McFarlane-style eyes on the mask, considerably less accessories, and that goes for $94.99. So that's $95 versus the $50. So they were definitely capitalizing on like that high-end collector value with all of the accessories and everything that you get with it. But I just don't think it was, for me, it wasn't worth that cost. I apparently was in the minority on that because he sold out everywhere time of recording. He was sold out everywhere by Friday, which is insane to me. That Hasbro Pulse and Amazon went first, then Big Bad Toy Store, then Entertainment Earth. And I don't know if he's going to be anywhere else. I haven't been able to find him anywhere else. I haven't found him on Target or Walmart or anything like that. I think he was just supposed to be a fan channel exclusive. I don't think he's hitting retail. This is nuts to me, because for as much as they pushed this, and this was supposed to be the next big thing for Hasbro, especially Marvel Legends, and there was going to be this whole Maximum line coming up behind it, for them to be so ill-prepared and for it to sell out already is just insane to me. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't doubt that once this releases, they'll have more for sale. I hope they have more for sale, or at least somewhere a second round of pre-orders goes up, because it just seems very short-sighted that for something like this, that they were pushing to be, like I said, the next big thing for Marvel Legends, being a new Spider-Man figure, having the articulation, the posability that a lot of Spider-Man collectors wanted, and then it's just gone in a day and a half. I know that doesn't sit well with me. I imagine that doesn't sit well with a lot of people. And the last thing we're going to talk about is Panthor. That went up for sale on Mattel Creations' website this week. For sale, not pre-order. As a matter of fact, if you can see that box right there in the corner, that's my Panthor. I ordered him the day he went up for sale. He's arrived already. $40, time of recording, still available on Mattel Creations' website. As with everything else, my friends, link in the description below for it. Can't tell you much about it. As you can see, I haven't opened the box yet, but that is going to be, I'm sort of pushing some other stuff aside. That's going to be the next one that I do on Tuesday, because I want to get it open. I want to take a look at it. And there's probably a lot of people that want to see if it's worth it, because I am really curious to see how that metallic purple fur is going to work out on Panthor. As always, thank you for spending your Sunday with me. Thank you for talking toys with me. I'm really enjoying doing this every Sunday. This is just something fun. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. You may have seen the short that I posted earlier this week that my Hot Toys Darth Revan has shown up. This has been a long time coming. It's the Sideshow exclusive. I pre-ordered this the day it went up. I'm really looking forward to getting this open. I don't know if I'm going to do a full video on it, because part of me just wants to open it up and enjoy it. And truthfully, if I do a video on it, it may end up being like a members exclusive or something like that. I love Revan. I don't have much for Star Wars, but I just really love Revan. Happy New Year, everyone. The holidays are over, and it's great to have you all back. To celebrate the new year, go ahead and leave a like on the video. And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe if you haven't already. If you're a returning subscriber, I would like to thank you for coming back and joining me for 2025. If you would like to help this community of collectors grow, you can do so by joining the Steel Core. You can do that by becoming a channel member or a coffee page subscriber. Either one gets you access to members-only videos, the Discord, and eventually members-only live streams, all for $1 a month. You can join by clicking on the button below this video, or by clicking the link to my coffee page in the description below. It's a new year, and new things are coming to the channel. So play well, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.